How would you define success for a client?
Success is different for everybody. That was one of the biggest things that I had to dismantle for myself. Success was money in the bank, white picket fence, big house, all that type of stuff. That was my vision of success for the longest time.
Right.
But no, success, I think success is one of those values that is very individualized. Unfortunately, I think it's almost been commercialized. I think society has painted this picture of what success is supposed to look like. And so most of us have bought into that, and that's how we are operating with, this is what I'm supposed to do, so let's do this to get this.
Yep.
But for me, I've got my own idea of what success looks like. But I think one of the things, and this is actually a very common, because again, since most of my clients are high achievers, driven individuals, getting clear on what success looks like for them is one of the first things that we do.
Love that. I'll do a hypothetical. Let's say I have been married for 20 years. I am in the middle of a divorce. I've got grown children, but I'm still supportive of them. I was a stay-at-home mom, and now I'm facing a new life without my significant other, a new financial arrangement, potentially having to go work and get on my feet. I come to Tonya Chaplin to help me through this process. What would I expect as a client? What would that experience look like logistically, kind of tangibly with you?
Well, it's going to start off with a lot of curiosity, because you can paint that scenario with 30 different people, and what they're going to want out of it's going to be completely different.
Good.
So to be able to give you an exact answer of what that would look like, it would be very individualized. But it would start off by really identifying where you're at, where you're wanting to go, what's keeping you from already being there, and also probably depending on the client, it would probably be a lot of identifying certain beliefs, maybe some limitations or limiting beliefs that might be there, and if I had to guess, because a lot of times, let's face it, most people who are going through a divorce never planned on going through a divorce. So, there's probably some self-judgment and some things going on in that too, that we would really start to break down and see what is rooted, and then start building from there.
So after clients are, official with you, they've done the initial testing, then are they meeting with you weekly, monthly, and for how long does this client and coach relationship go on for?
Whenever I take on a new client, we start off, there is a minimum process that I start off all new clients with, and it's roughly about 3 to 4 months. That is the baseline that we're able to really get some good traction in.
Makes sense.
It gives us an opportunity to get to know each other. It gives us an opportunity to get real clear on values, what's important, where you want to go, what's keeping you from getting there. From there, it also, as far as weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, I have clients to do all of those. I'm flexible. Again, everybody's going to be very uniquely different. Schedules are going to be uniquely different. And what the client needs from me is going to be different. So sometimes I work with people on a weekly basis, sometimes bi-weekly, and sometimes monthly. Typically, starting off, it's weekly or bi-weekly. After that 3 to 4 month time frame, most of the people continue working with me in some capacity for a while. Whether we're just continuing the rhythm, some might just be more of let's check in on a monthly basis. But yeah, so it really there's a lot of flexibility in the way I work with people, because let's face it, everybody needs are a little different.
Same with us.
Do you sometimes encounter people that are just frozen? They don't know what it is they are trying to accomplish, may not even be clear on what their belief system is, because they've been doing stuff in kind of a rote way for such a long period of time, potentially. And do you deal with those people, and how do you help them jump those hurdles?
Yeah, quite a bit, honestly.
They probably don't even realize that that's where they're at.
Right. You just nailed it, because really how I move with those people is, the first step is bringing them to a point of awareness.
Okay.
So, because we can't do anything if you're not aware of what's going on. And so, and it's not, I'm not one of those who just highlights a flashlight on you and like, look, this is what you're doing. But during the coaching process, what we end up doing is, I'm naturally a curious person, so that does benefit this type of line of work that I'm in.
Love it.
But through questioning and through really understanding their why, their emotions, their feelings, the thought process behind whatever it is that we're working through, a lot of times what ends up happening, some quicker than others, there is this aha moment. And that aha moment is one of my favorites.
Yes.
Because once I get that aha, then I'm like, all right, now we're cooking.
Yes.
now we can get working.
Yes.
And I will say the flip side of that awareness, which I love, but the flip side, a lot of times when people hit that moment of awareness, it's shortly thereafter they feel like they're regressing. They feel like they're going backwards. And the reason they often feel like they're going backwards initially is because they're now so hyper aware of the things that they're doing. And so they see, I said I was going to work out and I didn't do it.
Yes.
I said I was going to do this and I said I was going to stop smoking cigarettes and here I did smoke it again or whatever. So they're super fixated on whatever it is the behavior that they want to change, but they haven't changed it yet. And the thing about it is awareness doesn't change anything.
Okay.
It just allows you to see it.
Right.
So you have to start with gaining the awareness so you have the insight of what's going on. And then we start changing habits,
That's
unlearning.
incredible.
Yeah. So, but it's funny because the clients it's very challenging for. But when they get to this point of awareness, I'm like, yes, here we go. And then shortly thereafter, they're like, hey, this feels worse than I did when I started with you. And I'm like, okay, it's part of the process. But then next thing you know, now we're like, okay,